from what I'm hearing from people, is that Little House on the Prairie is a reminder of when things were simpler for us.
Melissa Gilbert has been that one personality in Hollywood who has always found a means to reinvent herself and remain relevant in the industry. Initially known for her roles as a child actor, she managed to keep her career alive well into her adulthood, which has been a testament to her resilience and hard work. Despite the successful career that Gilbert has built over the years, her life has been full of drama and even personal tragedies, which sent her down a really dark path in her life. She picked up some destructive habits, which almost destroyed her. Care to learn more about these? Just stick around as we dive into the life of Melissa Gilbert. Melissa Gilbert was born in Los Angeles, California on May 8, 1964. Best known for her role as Laura Ingalls on the popular show Little House on the Prairie, she has nonetheless experienced many challenges along with some remarkable opportunities. She is the daughter of her biological parents, who promptly gave her up for adoption after birth. Her biological parents were finding life hard to get by in their careers, and found it even harder to take good care of her. At 1 day old, Melissa was adopted by Paul Gilbert, a Hollywood actor and comedian, and Barbara Crane, a former dancer and actress who became his second wife. Paul and Barbara's career eventually rubbed off on Melissa. Paul, who was working in both films and television, had the biggest influence on Melissa's early exposure to Hollywood. He recognized the natural talent she possessed and thus urged her to pursue acting. Barbara had left her dancing career to focus on family life. She supported Melissa's aspirations too, and helped guide her through a complex world of child acting. Her adoptive parents, believing in Melissa, started to take her to auditions from a very young age. At age 9, she landed the role of Laura Ingalls, a role that would define her early career and catapult her into superstardom. Having a good base in the form of supportive adoptive parents, she soon picked up the tricks of the trade and found herself on one of the hottest family shows of the 1970s and early 80s. The Gilberts gave her the stability that she needed to guide her through the pressures of a young actress. Well, behind the scenes, the private life of the family was way different from what it seemed. Personal and professional stresses began to disintegrate Paul and Barbara's marriage, eventually leading to divorce. Melissa was utterly distressed by this separation. Her father, Paul Gilbert, died when she was 11 years old, which shook her emotionally. His death was said to be due to a stroke, but afterward, Melissa found he had died by suicide, a fact that added a new level of complication to her grief. Despite the personal issues within her family, the encouragement from the Gilberts kept Melissa cemented in her acting career. Barbara, now a single mother, continued to support Melissa's blossoming career, seeing to it that she had the resources to make it in Hollywood. Her parents early on instilled in her the way to approach an acting career, and this served her well, ensuring a long-lasting presence in television and film. Melissa's early life was filled both with professional success and personal turmoil. Undeniably, her adoptive parents influenced her acting career and put her on the path to being one of the most well-known child actors of her time. However, this was amidst family instability and tragedy. Melissa Gilbert's career launched at a tender age, mostly because of her role as Laura Ingalls in the TV series Little House on the Prairie from 1974 to 1983, which really set her in place as a child star, as she played a spirited, strong-willed daughter in a family of pioneers. The show became a staple in television viewing, with Melissa right at the heart of its appeal. Little House on the Prairie ran for 9 seasons, and Gilbert grew from a little girl into a young lady in the eyes of the viewing public. During this time that she was on the show, she acquired some awards and nominations for several awards, proving her versatility as an actress. Aside from Little House on the Prairie, Melissa took on a few other major roles as a child. She held the title role in the 1979 TV biography The Miracle Worker as Helen Keller, which was a really challenging role that she was able to pull off. The critical praise she received proved that she was able to handle complex characters from the early days of her career. Being thrust into the pressures of Hollywood as a child star, Melissa had to cope with the loss of her adoptive father and the divorce of her parents. During these trying times, it was her mother's love and the support of fellow cast on Little House on the Prairie, in particular her co-star Michael Landon, who provided a father figure to her that kept her going. Then, with her early rise to fame, Gilbert showed remarkable resilience by sticking with acting. Coming of age proved to be quite another matter. Like many child actors, Melissa found typecasting in her role as Laura Ingalls to be a hard reputation to overcome. Moving into adulthood, she did try to reinvent herself as an adult actress. As the transition into the 1980s and 1990s called for more mature roles, she acted in such television movies as Choices of the Heart in 1983, a story of a Catholic missionary in El Salvador, and Family Secrets in 1984, a movie dealing with dysfunctional family issues. Even though she remained busy professionally, it was a transition not without its own difficulties, as she felt the pressure of growing up from child star status to adult actress. She also ventured into roles as a voice actor, with the most memorable being Batgirl in Batman, the animated series, from 1992 to 1994. This job as a voice actor showed her versatility even more and gave another dimension to her career. She continued doing various TV movies and guest starring in series, showing her adaptability to diverse roles. Besides acting, Gilbert had held some leadership roles. She was president of the Screen Actors Guild between the years 2001 and 2005. Her presidency has been testimony to her loyalty towards the industry and an urge to contribute towards the cause of actors' rights. She even wrote a memoir entitled Prairie Tale, which was published in 2009, wherein she candidly spoke about her struggles with fame, relationships, and personal development. Eventually, through all the hurdles, Gilbert was able to establish herself as a grown-up in the industry, earning respect from her peers and fans alike, due to her resilience and dedication to her craft. She truly achieved her goal of not being remembered just for her role in Little House on the Prairie. With all the things happening in her career, her personal life was in no way less interesting. Melissa has had many relationships and marriages, and the list of her romantic involvements is just about as long as her career. She faced ups and downs in her marital life over the years, until she finally found enduring love and stability with her current partner, Timothy Busfield. Her first significant relationship was with actor Rob Lowe, with whom she became the most popular Hollywood romantic couple during the 80s. For a period of time, they were even engaged, but their love life was pretty troubled. The strain from fame and age issues led to their breakup in 1987, which for that period of time was extremely traumatic for Gilbert. Lowe's infidelity during their engagement did not make matters easy. However, soon after her broken heart, Gilbert found love once again. In 1988, she married Bo Brinkman, an actor and writer. The marriage was passionate yet full of problems. Their son Dakota was born in 1989. However, their 5-year marriage was unstable due to the infidelity of Brinkman, along with constant disagreements between the two. They divorced in 1992 after 4 years of marriage. This time was quite a whirlwind for Gilbert emotionally, since she had to navigate between the demanding duties of being a mother and seeking a career amidst the personal hell she was facing. Later, in 1995, she married actor Bruce Boxleitner. Together, they had one son, Michael, born in 1995 and named after Gilbert's Little House on the Prairie co-star and mentor Michael Landon. The marriage to Boxleitner seemed more stable than her previous one, and they remained together for 16 years. Ultimately, it resulted in divorce in 2011. The reason stated for the split was on the grounds of irreconcilable differences despite their long union, bringing another painful chapter in Gilbert's love life. After 2 unsuccessful marriages, things straightened out for Gilbert when she got together with actor and director Timothy Busfield. The two had been good friends for many years, but eventually became something more in the early 2010s. In 2013, they made it official with a private ceremony at Busfield's house in Michigan. Unlike the previous relationships, her marriage with Busfield has been more stable and down-to-earth. They share special moments in their relationship, with the essence of their bonding lying in mutual respect and understanding, for both had gone through divorces and personal crises before the two met. Both have left Hollywood for the quieter life in Michigan, where they've placed a much-needed emphasis on family and personal projects. Their relationship over the years has remained intact. Gilbert continues to say in interviews how Busfield's presence in her life has brought her peace and stability. She spoke about how their marriage was based on friendship and shared values. After tumultuous relationships and 2 divorces, Melissa Gilbert finally found her happiness with Timothy Busfield. Their partnership, based on a better understanding of life's complexities, has stood the test of time. They remain together, a supportive and loving couple. Outside her love life, there was another aspect of Gilbert's life that really drew attention to her. In 2015, the star announced running for Michigan's 8th congressional district as a Democrat. Quite a number of people were surprised by the fact that she was running for political office. After all, she was mainly an actor. Because she wanted to translate her fame and clout from Hollywood into the political world, Gilbert had framed her candidacy throughout the campaign in terms of advocacy for working families, education, and healthcare. Her campaign struggled right from the outset with a host of controversies, most notoriously over unpaid taxes. Weeks after announcing her candidacy to Congress, it was revealed that Gilbert owed the IRS and the state of California several thousands of dollars in back taxes. According to reports, she owed the federal government $360,000 in back taxes and the state of California $112,000. The financial scandal underlined one of the salient characteristics of the criticism of her opponents and the media against her readiness for public office. In her defense, Gilbert said the unpaid taxes are the result of financial woes brought on by the 2008 recession, aside from a host of personal upheavals including her divorce from actor Bruce Boxleitner and medical bills from a spinal injury. Her explanation of the tax fiasco never could redeem her campaign, which became a major hindrance in achieving her goals of political ambition. Gilbert withdrew from the race in August 2016, citing health problems. Though she never made it to Congress, her foray into politics indeed showed she had a fight in her and also exposed some of the personal and financial demons she has fought. Another major sphere in the personal life of Melissa Gilbert that she had brought to light was her addiction to alcohol. In a 2009 memoir, Prairie Tale, Gilbert spoke of her long battle with alcoholism, which helped her cope with the pressures put on her by her career, the instability of her family, and her personal insecurities. She confirmed that she had even self-medicated, which helped numb the pain from her tragedies. Over the years, Gilbert's addiction had progressed, especially during her struggles with her marriages and the pressures of her career. It was this candid revelation in her memoir that brought into view the not-so-bright side of fame and how it influences mental health and personal relationships. Finally, after all her struggles, she sought help and finally entered recovery. The support from therapy and loved ones, including her husband Timothy Busfield, helped Gilbert stay sober. Since then, she has been very active in issues of mental health and addiction recovery, urging others to seek out support and take care of themselves. Also, Melissa Gilbert's life was plagued by a variety of health challenges, many of which went public as she opened up about the personal struggles she was facing. Among the health challenges that she had at the time, the issue she had with her spine seemed to be the most popular, resulting in her spinal surgery in 2016. The cause of the spine issues hasn't been clear, but it was likely based on her lifestyle. Her back condition was badly aggravated by 2 major injuries. The first was in 2012 when she injured her head and neck while competing in Dancing with the Stars. The second occurred in 2014 when she mentioned that she had fallen on her back in the home. These incidents left her in constant pain that over time worsened to the point that it made it very hard for her to work or be able to continue with her life. That pain was so intense by 2016 that she even had to pull out of the congressional run in Michigan. In the same year, Gilbert had to undergo a sensitive spinal surgery that fixed her broken vertebrae. It was a successful operation that fused 2 vertebrae in her lower spine, and she afterwards spoke very gratefully about how this relieved her. Of course, the recovery would be a much more long and arduous process. All this time, she was also busy undergoing physical therapy and rehabilitation to keep her mobile and strong again. Apart from her back issues, Melissa Gilbert made news back in 2015 when she announced that she was removing her breast implants. Gilbert decided to have them removed 20 years later after their implantation for cosmetic purposes. Like most women her age, Gilbert had opted for implants during a time when they were seen as a way to enhance body image, especially in the entertainment industry. She did, however, tend to know more about health hazards related to implants as she grew older, like possible complications due to infections or interference with natural aging. In her 50s, Gilbert started to have feelings that the implants were going against her values and manner of living. She was also very much concerned about long-term health implications necessitating the removal. She explained the reasons for their removal on her blog and in various interviews, citing that she wanted to age gracefully and to go more natural on her body as she got older. Removing them, she added, was part of her journey toward self-acceptance and putting her well-being first. This decision was received with a lot of applause since Gilbert used her platform to discuss body positivity and how that goes hand in hand with making health-conscious decisions. By sharing her story, she enabled other women to make informed choices about their own health and options, even if those choices went against the pressure from society or societal expectations. Throughout her health battles, Gilbert's resilience has been a hallmark of her approach to life, meeting every challenge head-on with determination and a commitment to self-care. From all those personal and professional setbacks that Melissa Gilbert had to go through, she emerged as one of the most resilient characters who would leave behind a legacy to be imitated by the younger generations, who still look up to her legacy in the industry. Her show of strength with respect to addiction, health problems, and pressures for fame has turned her into a role model among young people about how to work out perseverance and self-acceptance. By being open with her struggles, she has made everyone understand that life isn't always as glamorous as most would think. This encourages everyone to look out for themselves and never get too carried away with career demands. She has been instructive in her self-discovery and healing journey because she has always been for body positivity, good mental health, and gracious aging. The decision to remove her implants, to move into more of an organic life, surely resonated with other women who had been into similar decisions at some point. In the same manner, her openness about her addiction and recovery helped people who were in similar situations and looking for redemption. She was an example to the young generation, helping them realize that success is not only about the results accomplished, but also about fighting challenges and maintaining authenticity. Recently, Gilbert has taken on work that puts her in front of new audiences. Recently, she has been involved in movies and has been back onto stages in various theatrical projects, continuing to entertain fans across generations. She has also picked up new roles as a producer and writer, enabling her to explore different aspects of storytelling and providing a platform for her to keep her wealth of experience within the industry. Recent works have been reinventions of Gilbert's relevance, and the very important message of self-discovery and growth has been the central theme. She is still capable of commanding influence and inspiration for today's youth, being proof that her legacy will always be strength, authenticity, and ability to continuously reinvent herself. We hope you enjoyed this piece about Melissa Gilbert. Do leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to join us in our future videos.